It is 6:30. We'll open with the Pledge of Allegiance.
Of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, welcome. As everybody can see, Rick is not with us tonight. He is feeling ill, and we wish him a speedy recovery. With that, is there anybody wishing to speak during the public input? Oh, yeah, I'll ask again.
Yep.
Is there anybody wishing to speak for the public input? Seeing none, I need a motion to pass the agenda
Make a motion to approve.
I'll second.
as presented. Yes. All those in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any nays? Motion passes. 4, review and approve council agenda, consent agenda items. A, approve the 9/18/23 council meeting minutes, and that is the only item under consent.
To approve.
Second.
Got a second? All those wishing to vote in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any nays? Regular agenda item. A, 2024 General Fund Preliminary Budget and Levy. The City Council will hold a public hearing regarding the 2024 proposed budget and levy on Monday, December 4th, 2023 at 6:30 p.m. at the Waite Park City Hall. So do we read the dollar amount, or do we just need a motion to approve the general fund?
I can fill in the blanks here. The preliminary 2024 general fund budget is being proposed at $12,935,462, and that is a 13.1% increase from 2023. And that is set at this time as a preliminary.
So once we pass the preliminary, we can only bring the budget down.
Right,
No.
correct. Cannot be increased, but it can be decreased.
We need a motion to approve the preliminary fund budget and levy.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second it.
We have a motion and a second. All those in,
Well, I got something.
discussion?
Like you said,
Sorry.
you know, a little discussion is, there are a lot of ways in this budget that we can cut. And it is only preliminary, just to let the people know that this is not the final budget.
It's not the final.
But
not set.
we will be lowering this budget coming in November and December. So hopefully we can get it down 1% or 2% more. If we do that, the taxes will decrease as we lower it. So just to let people know that this is only a high water mark. It isn't what we're going to pass come November or December, I hope. And I think the feeling is, yes, we're going to do some cutting. So,
Is there any more discussion? We have a motion and a second. Those in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any nays? Motion passes. Regular agenda item B, extension of interim use permit.
No, we
wait.
got two more.
Two more
motions.
motions.
Oh,
So the next
under
one,
the budget.
yeah. So the next one is to adopt the preliminary 2024 property tax levy. Carly, do you want to just touch on that?
And that is being proposed at $11,708,815. And that includes all our bonds, all our debt for this one, included with the levy, with the property tax levy.
So we do need a motion by resolution to adopt that 2024 property tax levy.
I'll make a motion to adopt it.
I'll second that.
Any discussion?
now, on the levy, if we drop it one point or whatever, How much would that equal to in savings to each person?
Oh, I don't have that on the top of my head,
Okay,
I'm sorry.
okay.
But it will, if we drop,
It will
it
decrease.
it decreases this levy too, yes.
If you're talking about the mill rate, it would, for every point in this one, it would drop it like, I think, less than $20. Because if we raised it to full 5.3, it would have raised, okay, the average house that.
You gotta just be careful of what
150,000,
you
so-
say.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm trying to.
I know.
yeah,
I know.
That's why I don't, yep.
We cringe a little bit because there's a lot of factors that go into that number when you say that, so that's the
Just
only
so
thing.
they're aware
yeah.
that if we
Yes, by-
reduce the budget,
It
the
does
mill rate
reduce the
will drop,
levy,
or the,
yes.
will drop at the
Yes,
same time.
that is correct.
so, which affects the end result, the taxes you would pay.
Absolutely.
Right.
Right.
So I need a
A
motion.
motion,
Or did we do that?
We have a
did- We
motion
did that
and a
already, we just
second,
need a
yep.
Just have to
vote.
vote.
and we, any more discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Nays? Motion passes.
One last,
One last
Motion.
resolution, and that is for the revised preliminary tax levy. We take out the 2018 bonds that are being paid by sales tax. So the first resolution included that in it, but what we send to the county in the final does not, takes that out of it. So that puts it down to 11,231,197. And in the end, too, we decrease the budget, it's decreasing the levy.
I'll move to approve.
I'll second.
We have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion? All those in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any nays? Motion passes.
Thank you.
Now we're on to item B. All right. Item B, extension of interim use permit, MTL Partners, Johnson Materials, Inc. John, I'd assume?
Yes, sir. Council members, this request comes on behalf of the MTL Partners, the property owners, and Johnson Materials, Inc., who quarry the property. You made a little history. They were approved for the interim use permit starting in 2018. We actually allowed the time so that it didn't kick off until 2019 to kind of let them get their permitting in order. Right now, that permit is set to expire early 2024. So they are requesting a 5-year extension to quarry, just basically continue the operations, continue within their already approved areas. There's no additional expansions or anything being requested at this time. They did receive approval in late 2021 to expand the quarry areas a little bit, and then to do some activity in the city right-of-way, because that could set the stage for potentially future, getting utilities down there a little bit easier, potentially in the future when that time comes. So what I'm recommending is approval of that request. The Planning Commission did review it at their meeting. Just one quick clarification, just same thing regarding that it wasn't expanding the quarrying area at all, which it's not. We did not have any concerns raised from anyone at the meeting. There was no comments at the public hearing. I also, just in line with our updated ordinance and some of the relationships we forged through that process, I did notify a number of staff at the DNR and Stearns County of the request, just kind of as a courtesy. We didn't have any comments from any of those parties with this request. So my recommendation would be to approve the 5-year extension and adopt the resolution as submitted with the conditions as noted.
Council, you have any questions?
I'll move to approve it.
I'll second.
We have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion? Hearing none. Those in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any nays? Motion passes. Item C, preliminary and final plat, Park Square Plat 5.
Council members, this one's pretty straightforward. What they're doing is basically taking 3 parcels down where near Cashwise, the Holiday Station, and Cashwise Liquor is. That's on 3 parcels right now. Currently, the Holiday Station, it covers 2 parcels. They're just kind of cleaning things up a little bit, taking it from 3 parcels to 2, a little bit of housekeeping. No payment in lieu of parking dedication or anything, it's already platted. We've submitted it to MnDOT for review and comment. They had one very minor comment that the surveyor was clarifying. So then they'll prepare their certification to go for recording when ready. But I'd recommend approval of the plat. There's no issues with planning commission, no comments or anything. Pretty cut and dry with this one.
Anybody have questions? What's the council's wishes?
Move to approve.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any other discussion? All those in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any nays? Motion passes.
Thank you.
Time to pay the bills. Any questions on the bills?
Yeah, I do. Just happened to glance through them this time. Boy, you're in trouble. I got, there seems to be a lot of things going out with different shows here. Jimmy Buffett and Doobie Brothers. We're paying, people, are we getting reimbursed
Yeah,
Yes.
for all those
Yeah.
expenses?
Sure.
yep. It's just a matter of how you put that,
No, just looking at the money going out, it
yeah.
was quite a bit, and hopefully we get reimbursed for that.
Yeah, we pay
Yes.
for some of those expenses, and then those get reimbursed and get invoiced back. We invoice back New West for those expenses, as per our agreements that we have.
It is kind of the
Yeah.
bad part of our job. We only see the money going out.
Right.
Yeah.
You don't see the money coming
Yeah.
back in
I mean,
for
like,
it. You know,
you've
you
got,
see
like,
it going
West-
out, but not coming in.
You've got like all of your refuse, you've got your, porta potties, you've got a lot of those kinds of things.
Lighting,
Lighting,
The
all of
portable
that stuff
lighting we
is
pay, all that.
paid, all of that stuff, and then all of that stuff gets back
I'm
and
just
invoiced back. Yep, nope.
Asking if we're getting
Yeah.
reimbursed. for
Yep,
that.
we are.
I hope so.
And the 2 motels, I see we're sending quite a bit of money to the St. Cloud Chamber. Is that money that we take in initially that we have to pay them a portion of? Out of
Hotel.
the, what,
Hotel.
hotel tax?
95% of it goes to the.
Pardon me?
95% of it, of what we take
Every
in,
dollar.
pretty much every dollar goes back to the convention.
Yeah.
Convention Bureau?
CVB, Convention and
Visitors.
Visitors Bureau. That's how it's set up and designed by law.
Yeah.
You can't take any more, you can't hold on to more money
And when
there,
they give them
unfortunately.
So
presentations,
we only get
that's,
5%
Yep.
of what
Yep,
Right,
we got.
yeah.
yep.
so they gotta do a lot of promoting on our behalf.
Yep.
I would certainly hope so.
We need a motion to pay the bills.
Make a motion to pay the bill.
I'll second that.
Any more discussion on the bills? We have a motion and a second. Those wishing to approve signify by saying aye.
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 Aye. Any nays? Motion carries, bills are paid.
Hopefully.
The next part of our meeting is gonna be closed. Now I can
Yep.
start, right?
We can recess though first. We're gonna recess first so we can let everybody that doesn't need to be a part of it.
Oh, I thought I had to let them know
Oh, yeah, you
why
can-
we're
yeah,
gonna recess.
Yes, you can, sorry. I
Okay.
apologize. I'm getting ahead of myself.
The following agenda item will be added to this meeting, labor negotiation strategy under Minnesota statutes, section 13D.03, subdivision 1, clause B. So we are going to close for labor negotiations.
But before closing the
I
meeting.
shouldn't say close.
Yep.
It's a
Yeah, we are gonna close the meeting, but what we're gonna do first before closing is we're gonna recess for about 5 minutes, because not everybody in this room needs to be a part of those discussions, and then we'll resume back into the closed meeting session. So take 5 minutes. If you need a restroom break, and the rest of you that don't need to be a part of the meeting, can certainly adjourn